So I've got this new pedal. Let me find it. Hold on. And it's not actually really a pedal. It's this Pinstripe Pedals DISO Plus. Pretty interesting little box. It's designed for things like the HX Stomp and the Iridium, and it's designed to take a line level signal that's unbalanced and balance that signal. And it was an interesting story. So I was looking into different products, different things that could potentially function as a DI box. And this popped up. I've seen these around. I've seen some other players using them. They should certainly show up on the forums. Rhett Scholl featured this on his channel. So I just reached out and I asked Charlie, he's the owner of Pinstripe. I said, hey, looking for something for an Iridium, what should I do? And of course he pointed me to the DISO Plus, and so here it is. And the whole thing was a little curious to me. So I work as an integrator. I work for a company who designs and installs audio, video lighting, and acoustic systems for large performing arts spaces. And the interesting part to this is that even though I fundamentally understand what this is, I'm still wrapping my head around it. So what it's designed to do is, instead of doing something like a DI box, what it does is it takes your signal, an unbalanced signal that's high impedance, and it lowers that impedance to mic level. And fundamentally, when doing that, you're going to have about a 20 decibel drop. So that needs to then be boosted at the front of house console at the board. So that's a problem, because a lot of these things are not outputting enough information, enough signal to really drive the board well. One of the things that really would benefit from this is something like a Roland SPDSX. This, for a drum pad, is ideal, because those, again, they're not sending a ton of output. And we had this issue at Lifegate Church where I go, and when we run that to a DI, yes, it cleans it up, but it doesn't solve our problem. So this thing comes in, and there's other boxes that do this, but when talking with Charlie about the product, it's a no compromise product. Think of it like if you were going to buy a Vox AC30. That's a great amp. It's going to do what it says it's going to do. But then there's a lot of boutique companies that are making a version of that. You've got matchless kind of thing, and then you've got the new versions of that. It's an aspirational product, right? They're using the top of the line, top shelf components. Well, that's what Pinstripe is doing. He's looking to, okay, what's the best transformer that I can get to isolate these channels? What's the best transformer to eliminate any sort of grounding issues, any sort of noise that could come through phantom power? So that's the way he approaches a product like this. He even mentioned that the switches, these little mini switches here that you can see, he's having the company that makes these switches make him a higher quality switch because it wasn't quite what he needed. So I'll tell you my experience with it. Coming out of my board, I've tried it in a couple of different ways. I've got the Iridium, and I've got the Solid Studio by New X Effects. I've tried both of those. And I've tried those coming out of the Iridium as the last pedal in the chain through this into my interface. And then I've also tried just going direct, of course, in through the DI input, instrument input on my interface. And I've also tried it out of the big sky. So running Iridium and then time-based effects and then out. And all I can say is that it preserves your signal. It's not changing anything. It's not giving me anything that I don't expect. And that's what you want. That's the point. So do I think this product is for everyone? No. I think if you were to get this, there's a reason for it. And there's got to be a lot of other things happening in your rig. You got to make sure you have a good power supply. Make sure you have good cables. Make sure that you've done the effort to build your board in a way that eliminates noise. So if we have something like this in our board and everything else is not where it should be, this is not necessary. Let's fix all the other problems first. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Again, If you have any other questions on the Pinstripe pedals, throw them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. If not, I'll reach out to Charlie and see if he's got any additional info for us. Yeah, like I said, any questions, throw them down below. Like this video if you guys did like the content, subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys in the next video.